Hello guys, Robot1 here, coming at you with a new Yuka video, and today for you I have my Day 2 Altergeist deck profile. Now, from YCS London. Now, this event at YCS London this year, it was a great event. I had a lot of fun. Did really well in the main event, going 8-3. Sadly, I was X2 at day 1, and then I sadly lost round 10. But for some reason I was put down as an 8-4 because I know why it happened, but my opponent didn't show up, so I instantly got the win. But for some reason, the judges, one of the judges messed up on the match slip, and they put me as a loss for some reason, so it was a double loss in the end. But I did in fact go X3 with this deck. X3 with this deck. I didn't lose any games except for games that I bricked. The deck performed very, very well. Because of the judge messing up, I ended up coming 100 and something fell over, 154th, but I was on table 63 when it happened, so I should have really been in the top 60. Or at least top 64. Sadly, they did a top 120, top 32 for this event, even though there was over 1,600 people. But I did perform really well in this event. This deck did really well for me. The only times I lost was to bricks. I wrote down all of my results for each round, and as you can see on there, right there, no show. The reason it's a different color is because I used a different pen on day 2, and I honestly did very well this event. Honestly, like for what I did, like my rounds, I'll just give you a quick match report. Round 1 was Light Sworn, 50 cards. I plowed through him. Round 2 was Dino Sworn. Lost it. I beat him because of time, and he was playing really slow. Round 3 was Sky Strikers. I lost to them because sadly I made a single misplay, plus I bricked going second. He won the die roll, and then I bricked in game 3. Round 4, it was Pendulum Magicians. I just plowed through him. Round 5, it was another Sky Strikers. I won that and was able to just completely destroy him. Round 6, I played against Thunder Dragons. I lost to him because I bricked. Literally game 3, I opened 4 monsters and a manifestation, which I could not play with. Also, he had the red reboot for the 1 manifestation, so he was just able to plow over me. Then round 6, I dueled against... No, round 7, I dueled against Thunder Dragons, destroyed them. Honestly, when I don't brick, I win. Round 8, I dueled Thunder Dragons again. The mirror match, and I just destroyed the mirror match. Like, honestly, this deck destroys the mirror match. Round 9, I destroy another mirror match. Really easy. Then round 10, I lose to Thunder Dragons because, honestly, I bricked game 1. I lost the die roll. He made a Titan and normal summon Decrosecca, so I couldn't set any traps. And game 2, I opened double Siliquise, and I just couldn't play from there. And then for the final round, my opponent was a no-show, and they put me as a loss, even though I was sitting at the table, and I just lost because they put me, I essentially waited 10 minutes and they put me as a loss. I didn't find out about my points till round 3 in a side event. Apparently, they put me as an X4 for some reason, and I should have gotten the win, but technically should have been higher, but I did really well at the event anyway. So, yeah, but the deck performed really well. I'm going to go through the list and just tell you what my Day 2 Altergeist deck list did very well in. So, we're going to move these to the side real quick. So yeah, so we played the free Marionetta card is insane. Honestly, just being able to set a trap from your deck. Commonly, you're not going to be normal summoning this turn 1 though, because if you normal summon it turn 1 if you draw it and not a Meliseek and already have a multi-faker. It's a free trap searcher, and it's also a Call of the Haunted, which is nice. You normally get this when you search with Meliseek after summoning it with fakers, so you can go for the Hextia play, and then you get this, and then you can basically have a free 1 Hextia, or then tribute this off, get the Meliseek from grave to get more resources. You're normally going to be wanting to set the protocol with this card though. Because Protocol is just an insane thing against like Thunder Dragons, against the Mirror Match, just in general, and also in side events, which I won this lovely, lovely deck box right here. Finally got one, and I'm really happy about it. Honestly, it's really good to know that I actually have one of the deck boxes now. And it was a lot of fun to just actually enter side events as well. I did really well in side events as well, actually. Like, Friday side event, I went X2 in it, and honestly, I only lost because I drew 5 traps, so I slightly changed the build. But then I went into another side event on Sunday, which is where I found out I got the wrong points, and I actually went X1. So this deck is actually performed really well, and I only lost to a brick against Thunder Dragons, so... what you're going to do. But yeah, we played the free Marionetta, and then we played free Multi-Faker. Multi-Faker, summon one from decks after trap, and then you either summon Siliquise if it's against Thunder Dragons and you need to pop their, get rid of their fusion, or you do it again, or you summon Meliseek to get Marionetta from the deck. So you then make a Hextia and then go even further. Honestly, best card in the deck wouldn't be relevant without it. Free Meliseek, Impermanence plus this breaks Thunder Dragon board. So yeah, you just attack with Impermanence their Titan, get rid of a Colossus or whatever's bothering you. Then you just win the game from there because you get Faker. Double Siliquise, stay the hell in my deck, please. I don't want to draw 2 of you and lose because of it, please. Honestly, Garnet, I drew it twice. Only games I lost was when I opened this, and honestly, opening this sucks. One Konkuri, because this card is actually insane. Just being able to negate attack is broken. It's honestly broken. This card really did perform real well in the event. And for final monsters, we run free Ash Blossom because Ash Blossom is insane, and if you resolve, and it just stops your opponent from being able to resolve stuff, so it really is worth it. Plus, it's the only hand trap that I would actually run in the deck outside of like Impermanence and stuff, so free Ash Blossom is very good. I didn't doubt, I wasn't upset ever. Plus, honestly guys, if you're playing this deck as well, side this out if you're going first. Like, honestly, this is the easiest side out going first because you're never going to need it because your traps will usually deal with your opponent anyway. So if you ever, like, honestly, almost every game I was going first, I sided this out. So it was really, it's not really doing much going first, so I sided this out every game free. Every time I went first. So that's the monsters. The monster count I was very happy with. Like, the only thing, like, honestly, there was only one thing I changed in the deck on the Friday before I entered the event. Which also in the event, I also got this lovely treasure from my friend for the black version, the gold puzzle dice. Like, I actually managed to get one. This is really cool. Like, I actually managed to get one, which was really nice. But yeah, back to the deck profile. For spells, we run 2 Duality, and then a Pot of Desires. Pot of Duality was amazing the entire event. I drew Desires twice during the event. 3 times during the event. It got Ashed twice, and I resolved it once. Honestly, though, when it got Ashed, it was better for it to get Ashed because I had the Meliseek, and not then just normal the Meliseek, made a Link Karibo, and then just got a Multi-Faker and won because we ashed this. So this actually getting ashed wasn't a problem, except for once when I banished 10 cards and lost because of what I banished. But yeah. Also, guys, I wouldn't play this at more than 1, honestly. I only put it in, like, this was the change I made on the Friday because I was playing 2 Manifestation, and then I realized I needed more monster surge, more consistency in the deck. So I put this in, and honestly, putting this in really did help, but the consistency issue is still a problem, and I just put this in because of it. So I took out a Manifestation for it. Those are the spells. For traps, we played free card that should be called an Altergeist card. Personal Spoofing. Shuffle away Altergeist, search an Altergeist. It's pretty basic because it triggers Faker as soon as activation, which is amazing. Shout outs to all the guys who ashed it. Screw you all. Triple Impermanence. Honestly, this card is amazing against Thunder Dragons especially, because if you activate this against Thunder Dragons, they lose. Honestly, they lose if you activate this against Thunder Dragons, because all you do is literally drop the Impermanence on your own turn, negate their Titan, their Colossus, or whatever's getting in your way, and then you can just play the game from there. So this card is actually amazing against Thunder Dragons, and I'm currently trying to build Thunder Dragons as well. So This card I'm going to be debating mainly out of free just because of what it does. Then I played Free Strike. This is the only other free of in the deck. Honestly, this card overperformed as well. Like, I only played, these are the only traps that I played at free, and honestly, everyone did really well. Like, spoofing, when I saw it, was great. Impermanence, I opened this once during the entire event. Like, during the entire event, I opened Faker Impermanence once. And honestly, it was against the mirror match, so it was irrelevant. But it really did come in handy. And then Strike is just amazing because it negates like the Thunder Dragon summons, it negates the Kagari summon, it negates Thunder Dragons in hand to essentially stop them from making more resources. It stops a lot, so it does come in handy. Next, for one of the most broken cards that I actually played throughout the event, and every time I saw it, I won, Trap Trick. Now, so for you guys who don't know what this does and didn't see the video I made on it, this banishes a normal trap card from your deck, sets that normal trap card, and says you can activate it the turn it was set, but you can only activate one trap card after you activate this card. So essentially, what you do is, with this card, you either set Impermanence during your end phase to have during your opponent's turn with the Thunder Dragon, or your own turn, or you set Heavy Storm Dusters to pop either the Altergeist back row or the Sky Striker back row, or you set a Mind Crush directly from your deck to essentially disrupt your opponent's hand and stop them from playing the game. Trap Trick says I can disrupt you at any point in the game with either Heavy Duster, Mind Crush, or Impermanence. Trap Trick is broken. Every time I saw it, I won, and it was just broken. I wouldn't run it out more than two, because if you banish your targets of desires, you can't use it. But this card was amazing. Honestly, guys, this card just won me games. Single-handedly. Being able to search the Impermanence, being able to search Heavy Duster, being able to search Mind Crush, amazing. Honestly, guys, it was just amazing. For other traps, we played 2 Rivalry of the Warlords, 1 me Sky Striker matchups. That's really about it. It usually came out, but like it won me Sky Striker matchup, Light Sword matchup, and Magician matchup. I sided it out every other game though. Also won me in a side event against Crusaders, so came in handy there as well. For Altergeist traps, we played 2 Protocol and 1 Manifestation. As I said, I was playing this at 2, but I chose to cut the second one for Desires. I wouldn't change this lineup unless I really needed a second Manifestation. But this was really powerful. Just being this at 2 is good because you can always recycle it, and this at 1 is good because you can always recycle it as well, like to the quiz. And this lineup is fine because you only really need 3 Altergeist traps because Marionette searches them. So, like that was the logic behind that. And then finally, for 1-offs, we played 1 Judgment and 1 Order. Negate any Twin Twisters, anything like that. I actually negated a Wiretap to essentially win the game from there. And I put Order as just a win button against Striker, and actually won me games against Thunder Dragon as well. But yeah, that's the main deck. Like, honestly, guys, the main deck, it performed really, really well. I wouldn't change anything in it to my knowledge, except for maybe Rivalry, because Rivalry kind of underperformed for me. Honestly, it did win me games, but against if I'm not dueling Striker, it didn't do anything. So I might cut the Rivalry and just change it for something else. I don't know, guys. It did perform really well for me though. But the deck, yeah, it did perform really well. Everything was great except when I drew 2 of this garbage card. Stay in my deck. But yeah, outside of that, it was great. It was honestly great. I had no problems with it whatsoever. For extra deck though, put the side deck there. We have my Comic-Con token. Shout out to my friend Ziad, Search Genetics Chaos, who got a token with me. Screw him as well because I didn't get in the squad photo because I was in a side event. YCS tokens, Brotherhood Elite token, But for proper extra deck, we played 1 Clara Marushka, never summoned it. 2 Link Karibos. Summoned... like, literally the only cards I made in my extra deck was the 2 Link Karibos and the Hextias. Like, honestly, I made no other cards in this extra deck except in a side event, which I needed to make it so I could actually get a search from Hextia to get to a multi-faker. So everything in here was pretty much irrelevant. So I played 1 Cerberus, never summoned it. 1 Phoenix, never summoned it. 1 Unicorn, never summoned it. 1 Triple Burst, summoned it in a side event, never again. 1 Ningirsu, never summoned it. 1 Borreload, never summoned it. 1 Borrelsword, never summoned it. 1 Ultimate Falcon, they always miss the Waking the Dragons. 1 Chimera Tech. This was cheeky for Cyber Dragons because I was thinking, Cyber Dragons are going to have a decent representation, and if I run into them, I just smack them. So that was the logic behind this. I felt like I would see more Cyber Dragons, but I didn't actually see any. Like, honestly though, this, I didn't make anything in this extra deck other than barring these cards. I didn't make anything else barring the Altergeist Hextias and the Link Karibo. Like, that's all I made. That's literally the extra deck, that's all I made. If you guys are playing Altergeists, you don't need any of this, to be honest with you guys, because 90% of the time you're not even going to make it. 90% of the time you're not even going to make it. And for side deck, which honestly... it came up, I didn't honestly see a lot of my side deck, but when I did see it, it came up really, really well, and when it did come up, it was great, so. What I played was double Gamecill, turns of Striker. I didn't see it in the main event once, sadly, against my Striker matchup, and it was, I didn't get to actually use it or get any interaction with it, so I didn't get to do anything with it very much, but I never saw it, so it was upsetting. Triple Border. Actually, I did see the Gamecills in the side event, but they didn't do anything outside of that. Triple Border. I saw it once against an Altergeist in the main event, and then twice in a side event. In the side event, and honestly, this is the best side deck card in the game right now. If you can if you can summon this card against a Thunder Dragon player, against a Trickstar player, against an Altergeist player, this card wins you games. This card single-handedly wins you games. Like, I saw this round 9, day 2 on the event, and this single-handedly won me the match against Altergeist. And against Thunder Dragons, this would have won me the game in the side event, but sadly my opponent had the Matrix to set, so he was just able to go from there and just stop me from being able to kill him. But theoretically, this card is actually amazing, and it really did perform really well when I saw it. But outside of those 2 times, I didn't actually see it in the main event. Free Shared Ride, I'm cutting this. This card is garbage. I never used it once. Not even once. Double Waking the Dragon, they never hit it, so I never got to summon anything. Double Wiretap. I feel like free Wiretap is too much because like some people weren't even siding traps, so I felt double Wiretap was enough, and I only really sided it in when I was scared of like a red reboot or an evenly matched, so which was very rare, so I never really sided it in. And when I did side it in, it was just amazing. So it's really needed. And then finally, triple evenly matched, blowout card, literally best card of the event. Being able to just banish all cards my opponent controls until they have one. It won me matches. Like, honestly, it beat them all guys matchup. It beat all sorts of matchups. It won me so many matches. But guys, honestly, this event was really fun. I had a lot of fun at the event. Like, all the people were really nice. The judges were nice. Shout out to Rob, the judge who was trying to antagonize me, but was also being a really nice guy at the same time, just talking to me and having conversations and just having chats in general. The deck worked really well, and guys, also watch out for a day 2 Photon deck profile that I'll be doing really, really soon with my mate Kyle, who made day 2. It should be next week because I wasn't able to film inside the venue, so I wasn't able to get the deck profile. But honestly, guys, Altergeist are really powerful this format still. Like, I went 7-3, 8-3 with the deck, and honestly, it was just amazing. I had no problems with it. Like, every hand was great except for when I opened this garbage card. And honestly, I really did think this event was great. Like, I don't like how they didn't do top 64, because of this, because literally it was over 1,600 players, so it should have most likely been top 64, or at least 120, or at most 128. But they didn't do that, and it was actually really upsetting that they didn't do that. But guys, great event. I got my deck box finally. I performed really well with Altergeist, and I feel like the deck is really worth playing still, guys. But yeah, if you guys thought this deck profile was good, don't tell me what you think of it in the comment section below. Tell me if you liked it. Tell me if you hated it. If you enjoyed the video, tell me what you think of it. Tell me if you think me getting a game loss for round 11 when I should have been way higher in the standings, instead of getting a match loss because of my opponent didn't show up and I sat down for 10 minutes doing nothing. Tell me what you think of that, and yeah, guys, tell me all that in the comment section below. If you like the video though and you like this deck profile of day 2 YCS, don't forget to press the like button. If you want to see more content from me, don't forget to press the subscribe button as well to get those videos in your subscription box. And if you want to be notified of any videos or streams that I do, don't forget to press the notification button as well, guys, to be notified of any videos or streams that I do. That streams are normally at 8 PM UK time on Thursday afternoons. But yeah, guys, great deck to play. Honestly, I didn't have any problems with the deck outside of like maybe the bricking that I had at times, but I'll work around that. And I'll change my side deck a bit to take out the shared rides and find something else. But guys, honestly, performed really well. Had a lot of fun with the deck. Got my deck box, and yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Robot1 signing out because I performed really well. I can't be upset. I got my deck box, and I don't care about anything else. But also, I got the gold dice, which was really nice. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Robot1 signing out. Later, guys.